Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah.
Welcome to my channel. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the DJ's Corner. And today we are blessed by Vincent Kamala Kubani.
Upani.
Yeah, ngiyabona like
Or original name.
Upini.
Or original name. Original name Tebogo.
Sure.
But it's Bani, so we removed the U from that Bani because also
Bani.
when you searched for like Bani or there's a lot.
So
DJ
really
Bani.
Easter egg.
So yes. So I decided let's remove the U so that at least we can have like
Why
a unique
Bani
name.
though, dog?
In fact, it was a name ebebang trolla ngayo from like school, because of the big ears. They were like, hey, no party. So I was like, let me just embrace the name. Yeah. So like I'm just taking it because at first I was like very offended, but I was like, I think it's nice, because also a bunny is like a sweet, animal, which is I'm not sweet, man. Anyway.
Yes, bro. So tell us about yourself, bro. Quickly, highlight your background and where you come from.
Okay, yeah. Tebogo wa Kwanyati originally. From Kwatema, born and bred there. My father is from Botswana, my mother is like South African, So yeah. I love music.
Where does this love of music come from? A family, restrate.
It's I don't know. I think this thing chose me,
Chose you?
Yeah.
You're the chosen one.
Yeah. Because at home,
Yeah.
I don't remember anybody who was like musical apart from the fact that I grew up in a Christian family.
Sure.
So my grandfather from my mother's side,
Yeah.
bekumfundisi, umfundisi wasepostoli,
Sure.
So okay, yes, choir wise, yes, but now besixabana nomagogo every time ekuseni makumele ngivaye because at that time, when I was growing up, there was a YFM, so I think there was a show yaka DJ Fresh with Tato, so they would have like DJ Cleo on Fridays,
Yeah.
So when I had to go to school now, Cleo is starting his set,
Sure.
now we're gonna fight because I'm gonna act like because I'm trying to listen to what is happening. So I think I picked it up from there. And then I think up until after high school, that is when I was like, okay, let me just exercise this whole DJing thing, which is, it never took me long. Something like in a month, I could mix,
Yo.
Yeah, in a month, I could mix.
Talent. That's why you said called you.
Yeah, so it like shows me.
It's the calling.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. So what is the most genre like that you resonate with?
Yo, currently,
Sure.
like I feed on a lot of jazz,
Jazz.
So but when I go out to play, because now people know me as like a hard hitter,
Sure.
So that is where you'll find me playing like your bossa nova,
Sure.
like the set I delivered today. It was like
Sure.
neo soul, which is, it's been a while since like playing about neo soul, and like
Sure.
your trip hop, and because I think most of the gigs that I'm getting recently, they push me towards playing bossa nova, So yeah, but like I'm a person who plays almost anything.
But what's the specific one? We need to know when
Specific one.
Specific
one, I would say with boss I will kill you. Kill you.
Yeah, that's guaranteed.
Like you will dance because I feel like, somehow somebody permanently is like frustrated. So I don't need to add to the frustration. So let's just be happy, So I'm not saying the other music is like frustrating, but you find that most of the gigs that we get, maybe just in and around Joburg, when you get there, people want to move a bit, But if you would say, Barney, like, I'm chilling with you today, give me a playlist, I will hit you with like a playlist enye jazz. Mnandi kanjani?
Dona manje udlala nini eradioini? Usitshela. Ubitsi wami ubuya kuma radio interview.
No, in fact, I have to go for an interview at EVMC Radio, where we come from.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so far, that's the only radio station that has reached out to say we want to have you.
Dope. Yeah. That's dope. Ocabanga bokhaya, so.
Kaya would perfectly fit. But
That's what
I
I'm
haven't-
thinking
I
as well.
haven't- Yeah, I
I'm
haven't,
like, dude, like I could be driving, listening to you. Like
hence
it
why
makes sense.
somehow I have like a problem with like our radios and all these you know, yonke into le abantu abane access kuyo.
Kuyo, yeah,
I
yeah.
think they are controlling the type of music that has to play there.
the
you know.
narrative,
So hence why it's nice to have, you know, like a podcast like yours whereby I can come and just express myself. Because, you know, this kind of music, you hardly hear it on like a radio, not unless there's like a certain show and then they give them like a certain segment. Hence why when I check almost every year, January, like in the Global Experience, the show Yaka Chasmo,
Sure.
that is on Sundays, they always reach out on like the first month of the year to say, can you please drop us a mix, you know? So those kind of shows are the ones that are like really open to, you know, let's just hear what you can play for us, you know.
It's all about you actually to be expressive.
I mean, I feel like you need to express yourself, you know, because also if you express yourself and you are like you're just playing the music from your heart, I'm definitely sure that, you know, the energy that you exert is gonna just come back, you know, once you find like the perfect people to, you know.
Yeah, that's some real talk. So what are the challenges that you come across though in this industry?
Then I feel like I'm just gonna be honest. If there's people who are gonna watch this, I feel like there's people who when they look at me, I'm like a threat to them. You know?
You are a threat.
Yeah. Initially with pride because I think I'm very good in what I do, you know. So somebody very would be worried to go to if this guy can play maybe just before me, or there's a gig whereby, you know, they know me as, you know, name me maybe King Bossa or whatever. When I get there, my dog, I know when I just get behind the decks, who's shine to am out here. So like I'm very confident because I know that I'm good, you know. Because I think that's what we suffer from sometimes. We sometimes seek validation from people. You know? So sometimes I think it can be because now there's a thin line between arrogance and being confident. So you just need to know that you don't brag about this. So I think maybe right now is the first time on record me saying I know that I'm the shit. Because we always downplay
it. The shit, guys.
you know, we always downplay it, you know,
him.
just to say no, I'm fair to young man.
Uba
So
humble,
mina uthi manje sengikhathele ukuncenga, ngiyashisa, ngiyashaya. That's it.
But so basically amagents abathreathing.
You know, mostly like DJs, you know. I won't like mention names, but you sometimes could see just after your set, he's not going to come and congratulate you, and you feel like, you know, today I did good because maybe you looked at the crowd. The crowd was responding to like almost every, you know, but you hardly find a person coming to you and say, Doc, I heard you. And I mean, I'm one person who, if you touched me, I'm going to come to you. If you didn't touch me, or maybe they were distracted by maybe conversation, but most of the time, I prefer to go to you and say, you know,
shout out.
You know, handshake,
So the music you're playing at home, like is it, do you play there or you're only playing in town? What's your scenario like?
For me, you cannot like really express yourself there because of you know, promoters, pub owners. You know, there's only a few who you know, because some of them it's like this is business. So I'm very I must figure out you understand? So now for us to do those little nyana events once a month, that's when we can like really exercise like this whole music that we love, whereby maybe we can have maybe 4 DJs per event. I mean, that's what I like, I prefer. And then you give them like maybe 2 hour 30, because this whole 1 hour thing,
it's
I feel it.
You've been settling out on it, 3 hours.
You know, we need those long sets.
Yeah, because sometimes, you know why I'm saying this? With only 1 hour, Mari, you're only getting into the groove about 40 something. Kind of like, I can't understand. So back 15 minutes.
You understand? Like, yo, I feel like Now there's
More
more.
3 hours that's our own. We need to introduce that in South Africa.
I think we need to go back there. You know, okay, we cannot control how people want to do their events, but Tina, in what we do, I feel like you can have like three DJs for the whole event. Play like 3 hours each, you know. Want to just express it fully, you know. Like,
That's
because somehow some people are like telling a story through a set.
Alright,
So when you listen to that person, you're more like, my brother like you romantic nyana. Baby, you know. You know.
And you feel so basically engagement sound like it's not really dominant.
It's not dominant. Dog.
So most of your gigs are in town.
Yeah. Because
Where in town? Where do you play in town?
The beginning of this year, I was showered with gigs. I didn't know what was happening.
It was the calling.
In a swash was some gig, you know. Yeah, but you know, I was like privileged because I was playing around 17, you know. So there's these other chants. This session they call it Jam Exodus.
Oh,
yeah, so they were doing it at some place. It's called Copper Daily. I think it was open last year. Manglogong check and you know.
Sure.
So it's in Sentin there by the clearance center, you know.
Sure.
So I was playing there. It was a Tuesday, and I was shocked because I got there. I was like, a gig on a Tuesday. I'm like, let's just go there.
Weird,
When I got there was like people. So I was the only DJ because it's basically about bands, you know. So bands, they perform, and then in between, while the band is getting ready, I'm just going to play music. And then after the bands are done, I would get into the stage and I play like a full set, you know. So I played there. I played where again? I was called to Amiri to come and play there. Yeah, no, I mean I have like somebody who can like plug me to say
oh, Nesos.
You know, yeah.
Sky.
So, yeah, no, definitely. Give you context. Amiri, and then I was supposed to go to Yawa the same day, but they told me late, and I was like, nah, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So Amir, I think I went twice, and then where else? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I forgot. But
those are your like, corners.
Yeah.
So that's where people actually find you. And then
and with Lovers Market, With Lovers Market, I was there. You know, there was a gig done by.
That's coming up too nice. No?
Yeah. No, events happening there. You know, that is why those are spaces where I enjoy going to because you can like fully express yourself. You know, because the people there they're like very open to like the music. So yes, I played there. In fact, twice. Because I played there when there was a gig, Yaga, D&D and Billion.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, and then I also played on another gig, a Focus on the Arch. So there was like a lot happening. There was like pottery. There was like visual artists. Sure. There was like a lot happening there.
Cool. Do you produce music?
Yes, in Rusty Ganjan. I do produce music. I have one official EP that I released. I think 5-6 years back.
Manji, why are you stopping?
Hey, a lot was happening. A lot was happening. But, recently, because like I fixed one of my studio monitors, I was like, you know what? I think right now I can just get back to, making music again, because it's been a while.
What kind of music?
I think I neglected that part.
What kind of music you were making?
I wasn't specific because that EP is like mixed DJ. I was like, you know what, I'm just doing music. I don't want to classify it because I don't even know what I was doing there. So hence why I feel like even with my sets, I'm very like experimental, I can throw in a jazz song there, because I feel like somehow we just need to break the rules of I am strictly playing, because you can get to a crowd and get there, you find that there's a song that I can fit into this set and it can like work
change
wonders.
the scenario,
So
one question I want to ask you before we wrap up, excuse me, what is that one thing you'd like to do or to achieve before the end of the year?
Before the end of this year?
Yeah, I'm not going to say 5 years. I'm saying now in December.
One of my biggest wishes is just to play in Mozambique. So I'm busy like checking if there are places that can accommodate the type of music that I play, you know, because I feel like it would be nice to play maybe in a place whereby it's like a beach, you know, people there are listening maybe to like some salsa or some bossa or some Latin, you know, because I feel like it can, you know, it be in line. So I was looking at, I think there's South Beach or something like that. So I'm like, hey, yeah, I think maybe there might be a communication barrier because, you know, they're Portuguese. So nyabona nje maba post on their socials. I'm like, hey, I need Google Translate, you know, to understand what's happening. But my wish is just to play outside of South Africa, you know.
Oh, that's what's up. I do have a friend in Mozambique.
Okay.
She's a DJ too. She plays. She comes inside, she plays, she goes outside. Maybe we'll,
yeah. You see, talking helps because I wouldn't know that you have somebody in Mons. But yeah, it's just that I like Mons. It's one country whereby I feel like it's one close neighboring country I wish to go there. Plus, like I love seafood, you know. So I think I want to enjoy eating seafood like maybe for the whole week. Or the rest of my stay there because I think I would like experiment, you know, on some of the seafood that I haven't eaten.
Always, bro, man. Let's cut it up short. Always, thank you for being here, brother.
My dog.
And a beautiful set, dog.
Yeah.
Till next time, I'm planning to host like a gig towards my goal at the end of the month. I'm planning to host us.
Okay. The
DJ's Corner Party.
Yeah.
Let's do a festival.
Yeah, for sure.
Always. Shout out to you out here.
Yeah.
Always.
Away.